It is man.
Hello and welcome to Geek Tropology. Today we are going to do a small review of current pop culture because why not? Welcome to Progressive Park. And we have a lot to talk about. Beginning with It's a Rock. It's a rock. It's only a rock. Why? I don't know. I don't care. It's a rock. Is this the same rock from JonTron? Just asking for a friend. Maybe it is Rockington. And if you are not up to date with JonTron's videos, he used to have a rock as a character on his videos. He lost the rock. Now we know where the rock went. The Starcade episodes of JonTron? Yep. The rock has gone to space. JonTron sell it to Lucasfilm, or so it seems, and Rockington is now jailed. And I'm pissed about this because this is the most stupid move they have ever done. If they wanted The Rock, Wayne The Rock Johnson is available. You can hire him. Do a nice movie, a nice Star Wars movie with The Rock. That will be great, that will be amazing. But doing a comic book about a rock, not a golem. A golem can do amazing things, can crush enemies with a single hit, and can level mountains. No, this is a rock. And I don't know why they... What the hell is wrong with these people? They are trying to sell this. They are trying to give this to people. They are trying to get this into people's hands. Yet the first thing they think about is to mock the fans with a rock. And at this point, the joke about Disney trying to lapidate us to death, well, they have thrown the first rock. And trust me, they are not free of sin. They are... This gets... I thought nothing on Star Wars could get me anymore. I didn't care. New Star Wars is shit. It's always shit. It will always be shit. Why? Because they don't care about the customer. They don't care about what they present to the customer. They don't care the way they interact with the customer. They are a company completely bankrupt. But trying to sell a rock is a whole new level of stupid. Next time, maybe they can present us in Star Wars with powdered water. Just add water and you have a glass. Ah, fucking hell. And I know there's people that want to actually go for it, actually keep giving money to Star Wars, to Disney, because they think at some point things will turn over and everything will be okay, and it's not going to happen. I said it on a previous video. Dudes, Star Wars is over. What you are seeing is someone toying with the corpse. Playing with the corpse. This is necromancy, if not necrophilia. They don't care. They don't give a damn about trying to fix this. You know, they had, "Hi, my name is Leox Casey, and I'll be your captain for today." They were not this stupid. Well, seems like Leox Casey will be the captain of a rock. And I grew hearing rock. I grew hearing real rock. Okay? I grew with Led Zeppelin. I grew with Iron Maiden. I grew even with Napalm Death. Yes, I grew with Napalm Death. And it was amazing. It was awesome. I have been drunk in, well, from 13 to 17. Uh, there's a huge blur there from rock concerts and such. Ah, god damn it. And this pisses me off. This is not rock. I bet, the best, at best, the most rock and roll that will ever play on Leox Casey's ship is Madonna. It's fucking Madonna. Because this is the kind of assholes that believe they can toy with customers this way. And they cannot. They will go bankrupt. And that doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help the fandom because, you know, the fandom will never get anything good again from Star Wars. It's not that I had hopes for something good coming out of Star Wars, but you never know. But then they get this product announced, and it's a rock. It's Rocking Tom. It's Tom from My Little Pony. And before you judge me about My Little Pony, go watch episode 2 of season 2, the final 3 minutes. It's a complete recreation frame by frame of the ending of Star Wars episode 4. Why I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. That fandom was weird. I was a mod on 4chan at the time that happened. I was on the Pony Wars. That's so stupid. I was on the Pony Wars. And My Little Pony was being attacked because they had fans and they were a small community on 4chan that used to post memes about ponies, and other people didn't like that. Didn't like the pussification of 4chan. By the way, the pussification of 4chan will come later. And now it's a pussy place. Nothing else. But well, I was a mod there. And they gave the order that you should kill anything related to My Little Pony. You were to ban IPs for posting things about My Little Pony. So that's how the bronies, the actual bronies, started. It was on /B, and they were fans of My Little Pony. So B for /B, Pony, Brony. That's how. That's the real reason. And it's stupid, I know. It happened. 4chan was a weird place. Then there was an exodus, and during that exodus, there was times where people will post the Mozart sleep, post ponies. I was one of the guys that will post the Mozart sleep because I wanted these people to have a voice. I wanted these people to be able to enjoy a fandom. It was a weird fandom. I was okay with them. And they started the Huffington Post and a lot of other media. And I followed them there. I knew a lot of people, especially on the tech side, that love the series. I watched it, and it was fucking amazing until the third season, where it all goes to SJW hell. And that's one of the ground zeros for the SJW manipulation. There was a lot of people that liked the adult jokes on My Little Pony. The jokes about Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, they had a full on cameo of characters from The Big Lebowski. It was for adults. That kind of Easter eggs were meant for adults that should be watching the show with their children, and such the adults will have a measure of enjoyment. That is a correct tactic. Is the tactic that He-Man did, that the Thundercats did. These shows had a message for the kids, but a lot of things for the adults. So the adults that were supervising the kids while watching the cartoon will be entertained too. It was a win-win situation. It was the right way to do cartoons. Then the SJWs came and decided all the adult jokes should be about gays and about people wanting to fuck ponies. And everything went to shit. They thought their fandom was these weirdos that posted photos of them dressed as ponies, and it was not. Most likely it was adults that got a glimpse of the genius in this series and shared it with friends, and it became a fandom of adults over a kids show that had a lot of adult content. The third season is infantile, and the other seasons are complete garbage. Well, not everything. There's here and there some bits of the old genius. But the love to the unexpected customer is something that you need to learn if you want to do anything. The unexpected customer is a guy that will sit down with his daughter, and this is something that happens with my best friend. He sits down with his daughter to watch certain series. He trusts Sonic Boom because his daughter loves Sonic, and also he enjoys the show. He can sit down with his daughter and enjoy the show. While enjoying the show with his daughter, he can speak about themes. He can speak about everything she doesn't understand. And that's actually quite important for a lot of reasons. That generates a bond, but also that gives the opportunity to the parent to teach the kid. It's a win-win on the pedagogic. Is that the right pedagogia? I don't know the pronunciation on English. Pedagogic, maybe. Anyway, it's a good way to teach kids about the stuff. A relationship with their parents will make the message even stronger. So you are expected to watch series with your parents when you are a kid. You are expected to have this kind of surveillance over you. You are a kid, you are stupid, you may do stupid things. Someone must stop you from doing what a kid will do. And it's normal, it's fully normal. That's how life works in general. Then when you decide to alter this, when you decide to manipulate this, you get a disconnection, you get a rupture on this relationship between the parent and the child, and you lose both of them because a lot of shows are a bonding experience. The Flintstones is a great example of that. The Flintstones is a cartoon for kids, but it had so many adult themes that the adults felt comfortable watching the show. Then that will make a bond with the kids. Same goes for the classic family comedies from the United States. That bond is generated there. Going full circle back to Leox Keith and his rock. Was that supposed to be punk rock? Am I missing the joke there? But anyway. God damn it, this is so stupid because no adult will be willing to sit down and explain their kid why a gay man, a rock, and a black lesbian are going around through the galaxy flying a ship that is called Sheep. Something is so wrong with these people. And I don't know what is. Maybe I'm the weirdo. Maybe I'm the one that is wrong. Maybe. I don't know. At this point, I don't give a damn. If I'm the one that is crazy, well, let me be crazy. Let me be crazy thinking about good products, good customer relationships, good ways to actually get your message around. Maybe I'm just a crazy old weirdo on the internet. And that's okay with me. That's fully expected. What isn't fully unexpected is that these companies that should be doing everything and anything to keep kids and parents together, because that's a good business practice, the more they bond, the more they care for your brand, the more they will invest in your brand. Family makes you like things. It is not until you are a teenager, a stupid teenager, that there's actually anything at all that makes you feel, oh, my parents are uncomfortable around me. Or rather, they are a nuisance for me. And when you are at that age, well, you are at that age. You are going to be a twat for a while. There's nothing you can do about it. You are going to be a mess with hormones and stupidity. But, well, there's nothing you can do about it. There's a lot your parents can do about it by teaching you, by giving you knowledge, by passing on the torch, by passing on what they have learned, what they know, and for that you need to have a good relationship with them. And a good way of bonding families is by entertaining them. by making them feel comfortable, making them feel happy. That gives them the time to bond, to share between them the ideas they have, to correct each other. But no, everything now must be divisive and everything now must be stupid. And what's more stupid than making a rock? And I'm sure they thought that was genius. The same with Mr. Gatehead, and this is supposed to be Yax. Also, I don't care, Gatehead. And the internet is now on fire about a rock. And I feel their pain, because it's my pain. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. By the way, WandaVision has ended officially. It was a bunch of crap. The ending was a bunch of shit, of malarkey, of crap, of caca. It was mierda. But what can you expect from this kind of twats? But yeah, it was mierda. It was boring. The acting on Olsen's part, spectacular. But even though they had a great actress to be honest, I like the costume a lot. I love the costume. I think it's a good way to make it feel normal on the MCU, which is the new costumes don't look like like MCU costumes. Look more like tactical gear than costumes. These people are supposed to be going around in Halloween clothing. And I don't know why they don't like it. Okay, they are going for a more mature approach, but they are still going with the costume. It is still half leotard, half whatever. It has a skirt, it looks nice, her ass looks lovely in that skirt. I have no complaints. The Vision, what they did with the Vision, left a huge gap on what they were doing. I'm concerned that they won't be able to properly follow through. They were trying to leave a window open for more. Also, the multiverse is no longer a thing. The Quicksilver guy was a stupid random guy. Wanda ends up in the 13 Doctor's clothing. I'm not joking. The exact same way of. And everything is fucked about that. Yeah, I was right in a lot of things. I was right in that it was Wanda's perception of how a family and how the world should work from her childhood. What was making the television stuff, the sitcoms and so on and so forth. But also that there was no one else making this for her. It was her with a piece of the Mind Stone that is inside her, making things happen. I was right. Why? Because these people don't like to go beyond a simplistic approach. So if you see anything that resembles an specific action, is that action. Their subversion of your expectatives is different than being creative. They take something that is obvious to happen and they don't do it. Because, haha, it was obvious to happen. Sometimes you need the catharsis, the release of finishing something right. But what they pass for creativity is not creativity. If you want to be creative, and if you don't want to go to the natural progression of your story, you can go wild. To be in that position, to go wild, you have to give something that is better than the outcome that was set from the beginning. How you do that? You take small parts of everything that has happened before to enhance the ending. They didn't did that. The only thing that they actually called back was from the previous episode about Agatha showing the runes on the room. And that was it. The Chekhov's gun is not there. And they planted a lot of small Chekhov's guns everywhere. Why? I don't know if they don't know what they are doing and they only want to set up an Easter egg, and that is stupid. Because setting up only an Easter egg is a waste of time. If you present a superhero that everyone loves in the background, you want to see that superhero on the ending. It is just natural progression. It's a good way to give people what they want while giving yourself what you want. A way to finish the story. The Chekhov gun concept is good for finishing the story, because when you are setting up things on plot, you are thinking about already how you will be using them for anything, and it is supposed to be if you enter a room and you show a gun, it needs to be used. But, how about if you have to go back to that room a lot of times, and every single time the gun is there? It becomes part of the scenery, right? Yeah, it becomes part of the scenery, but then you can use it at the ending to make something great. And they set up a lot of good things on WandaVision that they didn't come to fruition. They didn't finish right. And it felt like when you are having sex wildly and someone knocks the door and is repetitive and you have to attend the door and say, "Oh, I'll help you," whatever. But then you can actually go back to having sex and finishing. Yeah, that was WandaVision. We were about to climax on some points, and you will hear your roommate. Hey. 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 Can you come out? Well, I pulled out. I'll slap your face. And that may be useless anyway. That may be useless anyway, and I have been in that situation when my Wii U, the reason I have my Wii U, and this is a stupid story, but I love it. I was having sex for the first time with a lady, And well, it was her first time. And I was trying to take my time, I was trying to enjoy everything on, you are touching, you are making it fun for everyone. Then my friend from, I guess, geekdom in general calls to my phone. Hey dude, have you seen they announced the Wii U? The what? There's a new console that will replace the Wii. Huh? I don't care. I'm this close to reaching the point. Well, that became a joke in the relationship as everything progressed. To a point where finally I decided I need to buy a Wii U. And I need to play it with her just to remind us what happened her first time. And yeah, that relationship went to shit. I still love my Wii U. I have no idea what's up with her. That tells you video games are forever. No, that tells you that it was a bad joke and I got entertainment for a long time out of that bad joke. A bad joke from Destiny or from, I don't know. How can he know that I was doing that? So there's no reasoning behind him trying to actually call me just to mess up with me. It was a coincidence. Still, the universe worked so. At that time, I should have catch the idea. She was not what I should be doing. I should be trying to get a Wii U. I didn't understand at that time. The universe was being wise with me, giving me an exit from stupidity. I didn't take it. That shows you how smart I am. But no, there's these small stupid moments, and WandaVision was one of those. I was actually expecting something bigger. I was expecting Doctor Strange to appear. I was expecting at least a cameo from Mephistopheles, from Mephisto. I don't know. Maybe Agatha showing Wanda new realities, the multiverse was not there, anything was there. What was the point? What accomplished the series? They created a new vision, okay. And the Mind Stone, the portion of the Mind Stone that is inside Wanda, gave back intelligence and whatever to that vision, okay. That's fine, I guess. Wanda got her powers into control. Yeah, you can make that part of an Avengers because previously on Avengers. Wanda actually fucked up. The Sokovia Accords is because she blew a bunch of people. She literally blew up a lot of people. So yeah, the part where she doesn't fully understand her powers is there. You make a nice movie with Doctor Strange, get her into this knowledge of what she is, and make a good movie. Make a good movie or make a good series. And we know Cumberbatch is amazing in series. He's not the greatest Sherlock ever, but he was a goddamn good Sherlock. The scripts were shit. The way they presented everything was shit. His acting was amazing. I wanted him as the Doctor. I wanted him to be the Doctor. When Matt Smith was leaving, and they were preparing to say that Capaldi was the doctor. There was a time that I actually thought they will go for Cumberbatch. It was a good choice. The guy was wonderful. They didn't. They screwed that up. They fucked that up royally. But he is great for television. He works amazing for television. His presence, the way he acts, the way he speaks, the way he can handle the mannerisms of his characters is exceptional. It's just bloody exceptional. So just maybe just do the series about the Scarlet Witch with him. Him actually trying to get inside the dimension that Wanda created and trying to help her, and she trying to get back to her own mind because she has lost it, I guess. She was in rage mode or in pain mode or whatever. And she blasted the town, and what is left is the souls or the shadows of the people there. You can actually. Why didn't they? I don't understand. I don't really get what they were trying to do. The ending was shit. It left me with blue balls. And that's that. There's no redoing that. There's nothing else. Sorry to tell you, but if that's the best Disney Plus have, even without us, because I know there's a lot of us that have canceled or getting rid of Disney Plus in one way or another. We are a small portion of the viewership. But I don't believe the main viewership, the main target audience, is going to be actually pleased with the product they are giving them. Because it's shit. It's fucking shit. Meanwhile, there's these lunatics going around and trying to show how incredible they are, and man, I love what happened on Midnight's Edge. I truly loved what happened there. Because Tom got the right idea. Get Shane, get the SJW that was fucking up with them to go in front of the camera and speak openly about whatever he wanted. That is the right way. You give them the platform to be your equal. If they remove themselves, they don't want to be your equal. It's a nice strategy. I applaud that strategy. But we need more of that, and we need it to be bigger. A lot bigger. How much bigger? I don't really know. I have no idea how we can make this right. Maybe we can't. Maybe we just can't. And that's why I'm looking for new shit and old shit also for my enjoyment. Because my enjoyment, if I enjoy something, I will speak with anyone else about this. I will tell them, you know what, I love this, I did enjoy this, I took pleasure on finishing this series or whatever. And the people I go with that information to, they will take the decision to watch more, to enjoy more, to do more. I want that. I want to give you something good to see. I'm thinking about, and if there's anybody there that can answer, I'm thinking about doing reviews of the IT Crowd. Each single episode, do a review of the IT Crowd. Godzilla, the animated series. I like that series. I can do a review of every single episode or maybe a cluster of episodes. I want, Godzilla 98 was shit. Yeah, the animated series was great. It was actually great. It had a lot of good stuff, and it was wonderful to watch. What else? I'm thinking about a few series here and there. Maybe I'm wrong about my choices. So let me see if I can get. I want to get that ironed out before doing anything. I have a series planned about anime that you need to watch if you like this or that franchise on Western pop culture. But what's making this hard is that I am seeing a lot of infighting inside the communities. I'm seeing a lot of people enraged. The fandom menace right now is a joke. And I don't mean the channels that started the fandom menace. We have great channels in the fandom menace. Oh, Liam Nelson's Gene, welcome. Yeah, I love the IT Crow too, man. Fucking great series. And you know, the final episode, the movie that is called The Internet is Coming, it was literally the best way to make someone understand what is going on right now in the culture. Is people misinterpreting and sharing videos of you doing something completely unrelated to whatever is going on reality. So they can hate you and they will seek to get a better version of the video and get you more and more and more. Because they don't want to understand what is going on, they want to be enraged. And that's not functional. So the whole movie is about them understanding this by facing the fact that you can be apparently a midget racist. Oh, sorry, small people racist. That movie is so awesome, man. The fact that Desmond becomes he appears on the movie with this hobo, classic hobo getup, and he says, "I got myself a hobo uniform." Uniform, and I cannot disagree with that. I will call it traditional clothing, but to say that's a uniform, maybe quite right. The jokes in that show were amazing because they knew they were fucking up all the time. Every single joke was a fucked up. That level of self awareness is no longer available on current writing. The most self aware series right now is Batwoman! And they are self aware of what they fucked up and they are trying to double, triple, and quadruple down. They are going all the way. And seeing us break watching those movies is. Sorry, I don't want to enjoy someone's suffering, but when is that kind of suffering is comedy gold. It's not like Gary when he sees Star Trek, you know a part of his soul is breaking. So you feel the pain, you feel the sadness, you feel wrong about what's going on. When As reviews Batwoman is him exploding because he doesn't get how stupid people can be. And every time he thinks he has reached the top level of stupidity, the next episode proves him wrong. So he's losing his mind about something that is made to be stupid from the get go. It's funny, I won't watch the series. I have seen clips of the series, and that's more than enough for me. Thank you very much. But seeing us breaking apart is so fun. He's doing it to himself. Batwoman is not doing it to us. Star Trek is fucking up Gary because they are messing with something that is well beloved. Nobody really cared about Batwoman. To be honest, she was not the greatest character. She had some good interactions here and there, some good storylines, nothing else and nothing more. If you want to mess with a beloved character, go for Barbara Gordon. And if you have seen the Killer Joke movie, they went for Barbara Gordon. I know in Batman of the Future there's a list of the women that Bruce Wayne has shagged, and Barbara Gordon is in the list. But the way they make him shag Barbara Gordon was disrespectful for Batman. Batgirl was always this girl that wanted Batman's attention. She had always this dynamic where she is the one getting inside the action. So having her do the move seems something that will happen at one point in history. Maybe after a fight, maybe whatever. It's something that is bound to happen by the way she interacts with Batman. But Batman actually tries to distance himself from her and to have a good fence between what is right with her and what is wrong with her. And in the movie, it was Batman the one that actually made the move to finally interchange bodily fluids. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the dynamic and the way they presented everything. It was not right. Maybe it is expected, but even in something that is expected and that has been actually canonically called as part of this universe, maybe if you are going to go there right. I'm just saying that. But they don't get finesse, they don't get how to be subtle on things. You know, when you are trying to charm a girl, you need to be subtle on a lot of things, because if you don't, you will look like a creepo. SJW writing looks like a creepo all the time. If they were a man, they will be Cable-Smith. And Cable-Smith is a perfect way to show what an SJW is. This half smart fucked up that doesn't know shit about how to have a personal relationship with anyone. Yet he is the one in charge of comic books right now, so fuck me, right? What do I know? What the hell do I know? I was playing, and I'm changing the subject. I was playing a lot of Wii U out of late with my best friend. We have been playing on the console a lot, and I mean a lot, because him being in the United States, me being in Ecuador, we used to get along and to do a bunch of stupid shit all the time. He was the kind of man that will just ring the bell at 3 a.m. so he could get in and play video games with me. And it was amazing I didn't have that much friends when I was a kid. So having this friend that is actually almost part of my home, and at this point his daughter tells my mother that she is her granny and I'm her uncle. Man, that's sobering. That's deeply sobering. That makes me feel grounded. Then he is in the United States. His wife wants to go to the United States, but current situations on the United States make that a bad idea. Especially what they are teaching children and what they are doing with children. So it is a bad idea for him to take his family, and that's something I wanted for him to do before. Especially the last 4 years, I wanted him to take his family there because he was getting better in everything. I wanted. The only thing that he always misses is his wife and his daughter. So he has been having nightmares. I haven't been sleeping that much. Thus we play Smash Bros. And then I want to play something on the Play 4, on the PS4. And if I wanted to play with him, he will have to get PlayStation Plus. And I have PlayStation Plus. I purchased it for a couple of months so I can play with Eric O'Sullivan. But I haven't been able to play with Eric O'Sullivan to this day. But he doesn't have PlayStation Plus. He doesn't feel the need to have PlayStation Plus. So a lot of games won't be played. We can't. We just can't. While the Wii U has no limits on the way you can play with others, have no real limitations. And having that is bloody amazing. Being able to actually play with my friend Smash Bros. And when I was a kid, he came all the time to play Smash Bros. Melee, a game that I loved. My GameCube is fully disconnected. The only game that is at hand is actually plugged on the console, is in the console, is Smash Bros. Melee. Because he used to come to my house to play Smash Bros. Melee for days. And I mean it, days. Once he spent a whole week here without any new clothes, without anything. My mom had just gone to Argentina, so I had a small portion of money to be able to eat. He came by. With him here, I got brave enough to spend all my money into a Game Boy Advance, and the rest of the month, because this was the final week of that month, the rest of the month, we spent it eating ramen, 30 cents ramen, and playing in the Game Boy Advance. That's how I got my Game Boy Advance. It was great. It's a bloody amazing. It's a good memory for me. And being able to play with him, it makes me stronger in a way, in a sense. It helps me to regain sanity, and I believe that's why he also plays, because he miss his family, he sick of what's going on around. He play video games with me. And I have been playing and thinking about what a stupid idea is to try to make people pay for the servers and the protocols for online gaming. There's better ways to monetize. And yes, I know Nintendo is cheaper on the online playing for the Switch. Having to get a credit card or a debit card or any way to pay that monthly fee or yearly fee or whatever is a nuisance. Is inconvenient. It makes people don't want to. Why I'm going there? Because we have been thinking about buying a Nintendo Switch for each one. And the only thing that makes me unable to properly purchase the Switch is that the monthly pay or the yearly pay is something I cannot do. I cannot have a credit card. How socialism works, my country is the owner of a bank, Banco del Pacífico. Is the bank that collects everything. Let's say you want to get your ID. You have to pay to get your ID, right? You need to pay on that bank. That bank makes credit cards. I'm in debt with that bank. Since it's owned and operated by the state, my issue is not with MasterCard or Visa or whatever. It is with the bank. So I own the government money. Since I own the government money, I cannot do shit. I cannot open a bank account. I cannot have even prepaid credit cards. I cannot have an international credit card by any means. I won't be able to get it. To pay Nintendo, you have to get an international credit card. You cannot pay out of pocket. You cannot go to the store to, I don't know, to a mall or anything and pony up. So what do? When I purchase anything on the PS4 is with his credit card, his debit card on the US. That doesn't work with Nintendo. Nintendo bans those cards from the transaction if you are in another country. I cannot get to play with him. There's a separation that is artificial because me being able to play with my friend on the Wii U shows us that there's a way to actually manage those communications without the amount of money that you will spend on a lot of shit. Because it's peer-to-peer. The protocols are peer-to-peer. There's low latency intermediary systems that will manage I don't want to get into tech that much, but anyway. The way that shit works makes me think that we should be able to get the exact same protocols to work with Switch games that are not that much different. And we should be able to properly communicate with one another and play with one another without any monetary exchange needed. But that is how companies are monetizing now. If you this is something, a big leap, you will understand where I'm going soon enough. You know that article that say on 2030 you will own anything and you will be happy. You will own nothing and you will be happy. This started in academia with technology. Product as service. No joke. This is where that came from. The games that you were supposed to pay and pay and pay and pay to play, that's it. That logic, it didn't came out of, and there's a fly here that I want to get free. Try to get out by yourself. This idea started with Sony and with Microsoft and with Nintendo, but it was on a conference done by Google, talking about the ways you can share information and the ways you can monetize information. The logic is that if you don't own a product, you will be obligated to give money constantly to maintain operations. So for prolonged operations, you are supposed to make a way to satisfy any amount of money you need to spend there. And then it started to appear in a lot of other shit, like email services, like WhatsApp. If you know how WhatsApp used to work, it was a product as a service. You had to pay to use WhatsApp. The final idea is that you will keep paying forever, forever and forever and forever. And you will forget about it. So then it comes the next generation of this way of thinking. How about if you don't own what you are getting in digital? How about if you don't own the platform that you are playing that you are paying for or mails or WooCommerce? WooCommerce is an example. Is a store plugin for WordPress that actually has been monetized to shit. Even though most of the operations are not needed in any kind of store, they will get ways to make you pony up monthly for using what they offer. But then it comes Netflix and changes everything. You know, people were not buying the movies, they were paying a fee to be able to access movies. That developed into a mentality where people don't need to actually have anything. So, the Netflix model is adapted by several companies over the last 5 years. Nvidia tried to make a system like that. Google Stadia tried to be a system like that. Microsoft is not Games with Gold, is not Game Pass. Well, you can actually play games online if you pony up. You can get those games, you don't own them, you don't have the license. Most likely, in some instances, you won't even have the game on your machine. It will be on the server and you will be doing communications with the server so you can play. That restricts how you operate by making you obligated to have a service to be able to access what you want. You won't need to pay anything else, so please be calm. You won't be paying for the movies. You will always be paying for the service. You won't be paying for the game, and that's where Google Stadia fucked up. They were trying to make you pay for the game also, but you didn't own the game. That's the fun part. That is a mentality that has escalated to politics. Because if you don't know, the people that run these companies, they are politics. And people should know better who's running Microsoft and Nintendo and Sony and Google, and they are lawyers, they are politics. They are not software developers, they are not engineers, they don't give a crap about the art, they don't give a crap about anything. It's about how money moves and how control moves. A few years ago, I had a conversation with a friend that ended up almost in a fist fight because he was defending Nintendo and I was saying Nintendo is a bunch of bullcrap because they are owned by tobacco companies and beer companies on Japan and porn companies on the US. So they want to give this sensation that Nintendo is for kids, because if they do something that makes anyone angry, it is a tobacco company that will have to face the heat for trying to make kids, like if you have tobacco on the game, you are trying to make kids use tobacco. And the owner of Nintendo, of shares of Nintendo, is a tobacco company. So you don't want that. You want to distance yourself from that. Tobacco companies have something that you know very well on the US, lobbyists. People that go to the Congress, to the Senate, to the Assembly, whatever it's called in whatever country you want, that will go speak about what they want the politician to do and how much they are willing to pay for that. Lobbyists are negotiators, are money men. That's how it works. Well, the same people are behind the industry of the video games. If you have ever wondered why EA is so fixed on keeping this gambling on games, it's because they want to keep gambling, because they do gambling. How much? Konami owns a lot of pachinko parlors on Japan. They make the pachinko machines for Japan. If you don't know what pachinko is this machine where you insert a coin, you let a lot of balls fall. If those balls fall into different places, you get rewards. It's a luck-based game. Then you take those balls and you exchange those balls for things. That's not illegal in Japan. You cannot play for money, but you can play for balls. The thing is, you exchange those balls for shampoo, for a soap, for anything, and just on the corner there's a store where they will buy those items that you have won for stupid prices. Those stores actually work with the pachinko parlors to make a way for legal gambling. So you can get money if you exchange for a soap, and the soap, instead of being 100 yens, is 5,000 yens. Well, you sell the soap for 5,000 yens, and you go home with 5,000 yens. That's how gambling is done in Japan. Konami, a huge company that does video games and trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! They own the pachinko parlors and they own the pachinko manufacturing. They are a gambling company. That's what they make for living. Video games is a secondary market. A completely useless secondary market unless you have something like FIFA, like Madden, like any game where people will pay money. So the interest is not in you playing the game, it's in you gambling away whatever money you have. So every game they make, and I'm pointing towards Pro Evolution Soccer, is made so they can get gambling money. In the same way, they get pachinko money. By doing something that you can actually sell afterwards and make a legal, quotation marks there, market for whatever you do. That is also part of this. You have my dogs went wild. Oh, god damn it. These people are in the gaming industry. These people are the ones taking the decisions, and they what they do for living is to make you become addict of a way of life that gives them money. This being you betting everything or you purchasing skins. And to give them more money, they make you pony up for the service to be able to play it online. The result is this monopoly. It will be an oligopoly on this case. That's the right word. These oligopolies control entertainment. Sony have people that work on Microsoft, that work on Nintendo, that work on Google, that work on Facebook. They share a lot of executives. They share a lot of advisors. And those advisors will charge stupid amounts of money to do basically anything. But networking, that's how they put it. They are networking and they are sharing information between them and making the connection so you can move things quickly. Which it works. It clearly works. But the same people are into politics, are lobbyists, and the way they work, if several companies from my umbrella, from my clients, if several of them want to spend money in this, I'll go to Congress, I'll go to the Senate, I'll go to anything to make sure they can. They'll get mixed on drugs, on child exploitation in a lot of ways. Yeah, these people are the ones taking care of everything. They are politicians. Kathleen Kennedy is a politician. She is not a creative, she is a politician. Her main work is to make sure everyone follow the right politics, everyone is in the same page, so the networking can be done properly. Is it stupid? It's completely stupid. It is one of the most stupid ways to handle whatever you want. But having someone that has a good amount of connections in the top of your company, especially when those connections are on the US government, on China's government, having those people is worth a lot more than doing a good job. And people wonder why they don't fire Kathleen Kennedy. It's not about the dirt she knows. It's about how many people she knows and how many of those people will follow her if she leaves. Influence. That's why they were so fixed on influencers. Because the whole dynamic that they analyze to better the ways you spend your money is all about that. So we are facing a political party of people that know each other very well. And I mean it. All of them know each other. How? Because you go to this party, you get high as fuck on cocaine with these people. You go to the next party, they are there. You speak about stupid shit. Then those people give you their card. You get that card, you call the phone, you set up a meeting, and you start rolling out projects. There's nothing creative here. They expect for artists to be on those crack dens, on those cocaine dens. The creative people tend to be a lot into drugs. So you will see musicians, you will see actresses and actors, and you will see producers, and all these people are getting high together, sharing, networking. It's not something that everybody tells, it's not something that everybody knows, but I have been high with the kid of the owner of the Pizza Hut franchise on Ecuador. A guy worth $1 billion was getting high with me. I have eaten a sandwich with such kind of people. I have drank with those kind of people because you go to a party, a musician got you there, and I always have been in the music ambience thanks to my dad that he was a musician. And you will get connections. There you will meet this singer that knows that person that knows that person, and the amount of it's like a spider net. The amount of connections you meet is incredible. I knew the man that will become the president of my country a couple of years before, getting high as fuck on cocaine in a concert. He was on the artist area, so no one will bother him. You have a special area where everyone that has the right credentials can go in. There's no surveillance, there's nothing. You can do whatever you want, you can fuck whatever you want, or whoever you want. You can do any kind of drugs. Then you go out and you are a normal person. You don't need to do those shit in front of everyone because that will harm your career. But if you go backstage, you can fuck up everything and anything. This guy had connections on music, had connections on academia. He was actually a college professor here on Ecuador, on the biggest college in Ecuador, on the Universidad San Francisco College. His name is Rafael Correa, and I knew him high as fuck on cocaine, speaking about child trafficking. I know Hollywood pays money for kids on Ecuador. I knew it on 2005. But you know what? This guy had all the connections, he knew everyone and everything. and he got to power. And I knew the people he dealt with, and they are in power still. Even though he is running from justice because everyone wants him on jail because he stole billions of dollars from my country. He is untouchable. Why? Because the moment he needed to vanish, it was done. It was done. Even though his enemies were the ones on power now, that didn't matter. Why? Let me tell you a secret. If you have one ring, you can do whatever you want. To get that ring is almost impossible. It's not a ring that you get gifted. You get the right to pay someone to make that ring. And then you can use compasses and such symbols everywhere because you are part of the right networking ambience. More of that, I will be speaking on The Brave and the Bold tonight, and I want to touch about this kind of guys. But I grew with them. I grew knowing them. I grew knowing what they do. And the companies, Disney, it has politicians. It doesn't have normal people, normal creatives. It has politicians. The creatives have to be represented. The manager, the guy that represents, he is the one in politics. The artist is normally only on getting high, getting the girl that he wants, or girls. Musicians like to do it weird. Really weird. You don't want to know what Fausto Miño does in his private life, but that guy must never be in power of anything. Ever. And he was a candidate for president and he is a singer. His only background is being a singer. This is why pop culture fell. Because pop culture is managed by politicians. At least right now. It used to be different. There was a time where musicians used to be these annoying, stupid people that politicians disliked. But then it came a time where politicians hung it out with the right people, knew the right power, and artists started to have a lot of money. The relationship was natural. It's all about who gets the money, who gets the attention, who gets the power. It's a game. And we are not playing it. We are forcefully trying to rig the game in a way they all lose. That's what Gary does. That's what Doomcock does. They rig the game. The game is already here. It's already happening. We are pawns in this game. But if you can interfere bit with the players, not with the pieces, with the players, you can change the outcome of the game. That's what they do. They change the cognition of the masses, revealing what's going on to people that are programmed to not be able to notice because it's normal life. When I say that pop culture is lost, it is lost. Because after whatever happens, whatever we do, the next person in power will still be a politician and we will be from the same group, and things will come back to this again and again and again and again and again. But politicians don't like losing money, don't like being mocked, and Kathleen Kennedy is furious because she is a laughingstock. She is a joke. When Star Wars was growing, the Universidad San Francisco, the San Francisco College, made this big event, and we because I was there, tried to surpass the record Guinness for the amount of people dressed on Star Wars cosplay at the same time. We came pretty close to beating the record actually, and it was amazing and it was great. It was the last big Star Wars anything I saw ever. But it was with cooperation from Disney, and they gave specific rules about politics for the band. And you know why we had access to Disney directly? Because the owner of this university and multiple universities around the world is part of all this circle, and he actually knows Kathleen Kennedy. Of course he knows Kathleen Kennedy. When they wanted to do a lot of shit in Ecuador, in Peru, there's some scenes and some shows that they were, or movies they were scouting, like Indiana Jones, that were supposed to be done in actual jungles. Indiana Jones won't ever happen. Won't. Harrison Ford is not right. His mind is not here. He's not here. But yeah, they were trying to do this, and I was in the mix. I knew the people that were making this, and I had the opportunity to speak with them. And I felt empty. For that event, I made a Kyber crystal box with the logo of the university, and it was gorgeous. The box was gorgeous. The crystal, I found a quartz that make light reflect in a way. Man, it was amazing to see. And I regret gifting that box to the university, knowing what I know after a couple of minutes of talking with them. They don't care. They didn't care. Actually, the Disney representatives were angry about the people that did their own cosplays instead of buying a ruby or something like that, because that gives them money. And I was one of the guys that did cosplays for that event. A lot of people did cosplays for that event, and the guys at Disney hated our guts. What can you do, man? What the fuck can you do? When you get a representative of Disney telling you that they disliked that the products on display were not Disney originals. Well, I have made a perfect replica of Obi-Wan Kenobi's Episode 3 clothes. A perfect replica. But my replica was not Ruby branded, so it was shit. And I felt like I have been stabbed in the back, in the front, in the ass, everywhere. I was angry. I was fangry. Fucking angry. And the Star Wars fan club keto felt right after that. It was all politics all the time, and people wanted to suck on that Disney titty so hard. They wanted to keep going and going and going and being paid for appearing. So the 501st got angry with the club. The rebels got angry with the club. Disney got angry with the club. Everyone got angry with the club. The club got angry with the club. And everybody that had any trace of rational thinking left. What a shit show, man. What a fucking shit show. And I'm still bitter about that. You know, you can tell me that I'm a Nazi all you want. I'm a Jew, so I will just laugh it up. But a company telling me that directly, that they didn't want my interaction, they wanted my money. That fucked me up, man. That's why I was so open to hear what the fandom menace had to say. Maybe. Because what they were saying was something I already knew. These people are up for my money, they don't care about anything else. Strangely enough, and I have said a lot about My Little Pony on this show, but strangely enough, those were the only ones that I know that at one point said, okay, we should be doing something good instead of fucking up. They did a movie. The movie was decent. Then they went back again to politics because it's Hasbro. Yeah, Hasbro is a political brand. Disney is a political brand. Why do you think Disney and Hasbro work together? It's not about prices, because McFarlane will give Disney better prices, to be honest. And the molds will be fucking phenomenal. But you should have known what was going on with Hasbro when the Transformer movie, it was Transformers 5 or 4, was partly on China, and it was filled to the top with pro-China propaganda. Yeah, of course. Where do you think they make the toys? Where do you think all the money goes to? Hasbro is on China, man. It's that easy. Hasbro is in fucking China. They are fighting so Taiwan can fall into Chinese hands because they are tired of the amount of money they waste by having it's separated. So they want Thailand, they want Hong Kong, they want some places that they have factories in to be part of China so they can exploit them harder. But yes, Hasbro is a Chinese company. Somehow people don't make the relations between all of this and don't make the relations between the people up. Because there's a limited amount of people up there doing these decisions. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. They don't need you, they need your money. No, they have more than enough. Right now they are wasting money, they are losing money. Everything they are doing in Star Wars is losing the money. Hasbro should be angry about this. They are not. They are the only company that is cool with this. Meanwhile, other companies that, like the ones that Michael Mayer Burnett and us love so much, they are losing money. They are going bankrupt. While Hasbro is not. Why? Because Hasbro doesn't need that money. They were okay with throwing away all the toys that they made for episode 9. Throw away, just throw them on the garbage. They don't need them. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason. They are in the same boat. But telling that to someone, making them fall into the same conclusion that if these guys drink together, get high together, fuck together. If these guys are the ones behind everything, maybe, just maybe, they are behind everything together. I know it's a ridiculous conclusion for a ridiculous line of thought. Then you get to see them on their cocktail parties, getting high and fucking up and messing around with the daughters of everybody there. I just need to point you toward what happened with the Obama's kid. She was with this guy that had an island. I cannot say the name on. You know who I mean. She was with him when she was a kid for weeks. Then, mysteriously, the Obamas got a lot of extra money, a lot of extra power. Just think about it. There was no negotiations, no nothing. But the Obama kid was in the right place, in the right bed, with the right person, and that was that. This guy owned part of Disney. This guy owned part of the Democratic Party. If you cannot see the relationship in all this and the politics behind all this, you may be too stupid. And you may deserve to have a rock in Star Wars. Because it's a rock. It's a fucking rock. That's where we are right now. Star Wars is a fucking rock. And a bunch of empanada bashing. Because everyone is gay. Everyone, every single girl wants that empanada. It doesn't matter if she won't get that empanada with any feeling. Empanada cases bashing with one another, and that's all. But I see my best friend daughter, and she's a girl. She wants to know a man, she wants to be a princess, she wants to be a girl. A lot of my friends have daughters, and all of their daughters are ladies, are women. Yeah, they are kids, but you can see what they want, what they like, what kind of toys they like. And is the stereotypical woman. Because there's something inside them that make them want to be like that and play with that. Meanwhile, in entertainment, every single girl is lesbian and a twat. And I don't care for that. I like a lot of Yuri anime. Yuri meaning it's girl with girl. It's lesbian relationships. I like these animes. Because in Japan, they actually go through the hoops. They show a lot of shit. They get into the mindset to show this. It's not like, oh, she's gay, and if you don't like it, sorry for you, you are evil. Is okay, this girl is noticing these feelings and she has to face them and grow with them. It's an interesting dynamic between girls, between boys. You can do that kind of story if you are not trying to minimize at the same time as advertise that they are gay. Because, yeah, you are minimizing what they are, the conflicts, the trauma, the hardships, you are minimizing them. Meanwhile, you are selling us that they are all powerful gay people or all powerful gay women. Can I doubt it for a second? For an hour? For the rest of my fucking life? Because trust me, I doubt that shit is right. Not because being gay is not right, because the way they approach the being gay is not right. They are not doing a good service to the story. They are not making things work. So it's a cameo on the end of a movie of two girls kissing. While in Japan you get a full story, 24 episodes about the intricacies of a gay relationship, even facing bigotry. The difference? The writing, the way they approach the theme, the way they feel about the theme. Because they want to make you believe every person on every part of the spectrum of gayness is wonderful and is strong, and this is people that have faced a lot of hardship. Maybe if you want to speak about this, speak about the hardship in a real manner. You can't. You cannot kill a gay person on screen anymore. You cannot kill a black person on screen anymore unless he's a man. And if he's a man, if he is effeminate, you cannot kill him. You need to make him a macho so you can kill him because you are killing a white man. But it was a black actor. Yeah, but a masculine man is a white man. Nonsense. Nonsense, and it's all from politics, and sorry to tell you, the politics that is going on worldwide, the whole politic spectrum is fueled by cocaine, by drugs, by ecstasy, by Ritalin, by fucking drugs. So if you see the commercial for the High Republic, it literally sounds like someone that is so fucked up on drugs that they cannot understand the shit they are putting on the screen. It's only a rock, and the ship is called Basil because it's a basil, and the captain is Gateses. But what is wrong with you, man? What is fucking wrong? You need to be really high to think that doing a black chick, a gay man, and a rock in a ship that is called ship is a good idea. That's the basis of a good idea if you develop it well. The rock. What is the rock's purpose on the ship? Well, is the navigation rock. Okay. How does it navigate? Why does it navigate? Because a rock, to decide to go into a interstellar voyage by the rock's own will, must have an incredible story behind. Just think about it. It's a rock, it's a fucking rock that took the decision to travel throughout space. How? Why? Fucking why? Instead of that, it's just a rock, and it's a black chick, and Leox Gaethith, because Gaethith is amazing. Fucking assholes! If I were gay, I will be fucking angry with them. I will want to throw the fucking stone to their fucking faces. You want me to be this generic guy with a rock? Fucking smash your face with the fucking rock. Let's see if the rock smiles you back. Just let's see. Smile wide, because this is going toward your teeth. Instead of that, instead of this shit, you can actually take care. You can write about rocks. Star Trek. The original Star Trek. You have an episode about molten rocks. And in that episode, it's pretty clear what they state. Male and female are universal constants. The rock is female and is trying to protect the babies. Yes, a rock. It's an episode about a rock. But it's fucking amazing. Competent writers can make a rock work. Competent writers won't make a trailer for that rock and say, it's only a rock. I don't want to see only a rock. I want to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm angry about The Rock. They are lapidating us. They are throwing rocks at us. That's what they are doing. They are philosophically lapidating us. I'm sorry, if you don't have a fake beard, you don't count for the lapidation. And if you say Jehovah one more time, if you know that joke, you are welcome, buddy. No, you are not welcome. You are welcome here as... You know what I mean. I'm not saying thank you for understanding the joke. I'm saying welcome here. You are awesome if you understand. And I ruined the joke a long time ago. Anyway, I want to finish this with a fun story. And I will go toward my childhood. to tell you how a gamer kid on the 2000s almost fucked up a complete news network by accident. When I was a kid, I met these guys on the internet. They were playing Pokemon and Smash and such. I didn't have a console, I had emulation, so I was playing through Pokemon Emerald. And well, I wanted to know a bit, and I found this forum from Ecuador. There, a guy asked if anyone had any kind of anime. I said, yeah, I have towers of anime DVDs. You are welcome to come. So he came, he took every single DVD I had, and he ripped them on his PC. Next time, he called me, hey man, I want you to come to my house. I'm getting some friends here. Okay, I went. And I met this group of friends, and the guy that I say that ripped the DVDs is one of my best friends. I was his best man on his wedding. My other friend, my other best friend, I met him the same way, and he's the one that used to came to my house to play games at 3 a.m. because why not? And he lived like an hour away from my house. So it's a weird kid. He's an amazing kid. Well, he's an amazing adult now. I truly respect my friend. He has shown me a lot of what being a man is. Both of them have. They take care of their families, they take care of their wives, their daughters. They are good men. Really good men. And I'm deeply proud of them. And to be part of the stories that made them who they are. Well, after this I started to play a lot with these guys. They were amazing, they were incredible people. And we used to make these events called fests, where we will get a lot of TVs, CRT TVs, a lot of consoles, and we will sit down and play for a day or two. At this time, there was a TV program that was called Juega Conmigo. It was on a small network, not that big, but it was a nice network. And they made so that 2 hours of every day was about gaming. It was a nice time for me and for everyone. One day, we decided, since the people that presented the show was from our group, to make a fest in the channel, in the main facilities of the network. There happened things like this. 3 a.m. I'm in the middle of the road with 3 other people, with a professional cameraman. We are graffitiing the Triforce from Zelda on a huge ass wall on the middle of nowhere. Policemen come by, they stop, they get down of the car, get the guns ready for if anything, and they approach us. What are you doing? Oh no, we are just fighting here. It is public property, you cannot. No worries, we are just leaving, we are just finishing this. You have to come with us. And the cameraman got in the middle, started to focus on the fucking policeman, and the policeman backed down, and they were, you are doing something that is for culture. Yes, we are. And this will be on which channel? Televisión satelital. No, you know what? You're fine. Go ahead. So we finished 3/4, and the policemen helped us because they thought at that time there was still some fear of the media. They thought they will go on history as fucking bastards. Then we come back to the channel, to the network installation, however it is called. I always say the channel. And I was hungry. I was fucking hungry. And there was a microwave connected, and I had this cup of ramen noodles. So I thought, okay, I'll add water on the bathroom, get it into the microwave, started the microwave, and the whole fucking place just shuts down instantly. The whole network, everything, just fucking off. Everybody comes to see what the fuck happened. The microwave that I didn't plug in, it was already there, was connected to the main circuit for the whole building. I just took down the antennas, energy from the repeating system, because at that time it was still partly analog, and you have tapes, and you have analog signals that needed to be rebroadcasted by the secondary antennas, and I took down everything. I didn't knew. In my defense, I didn't knew what was going on. I just wanted ramen noodles. It was 6 a.m. and I took down one of the most viewed news networks around by trying to do some fucking noodles. That was so amazing. At the end of the whole fest, we were 32 hours without sleep, okay? My best friends, I and another friend were playing a Bomberman on Wii. It was Bomberman 4, if I'm not mistaken. Virtual console and everything, and you could use 4 Wii remotes to play. And at one moment, the blue stopped moving altogether. So we were, who's the blue? I don't know, just keep playing. Who is the fucking blue? I don't know, just keep playing. We were fucking killing each other. It was the last stand. It was blue against yellow. Yellow sets the bomb and he kills himself. Blue won. My best friend Ryoga was slept on the couch with the controller like this. He won while sleeping because we were so fucktards that each one of us died in stupid ways instead of killing the blue that was completely static. Then we tried to do exercises, body exercises. It didn't end well. It ended with someone barfing and all. The next fest we tried to do the same, but that time it was only Solid, a friend of us, Ryoga, my best friend, and I. It was in Solid's house. It was a fucking amazing experience. They came with Metroid Prime 3, and it was the first time we all played that game. It was brand new. It was just released, I guess, the previous day. And we were trying to play the Wii, and when you wanted to dodge, you actually moved the body because our brains didn't comprehend motion controls that well at the time. When you wanted to jump, you actually wanted to jump. Your muscles tried to jump. It was weird. It was great. Now I don't feel like that at all while playing on the Wii, but at that time, the brains were not ready for that. We went 2 hours doing exercise after the fest. I felt asleep on the bus on my way back home, and I had to take another bus to go back home because I went 2 hours past Quito, past my city, to a small town that I didn't knew. I was like, fucking what? Fucking, where am I? I didn't knew. Why? Because I was so fucked up and so tired that it didn't matter, to be honest. Yeah, I miss that. If I could get a lot of people to do a fest, a physical event where you have a lot of people playing video games all at once, without internet, without connections, playing with each other on the consoles, that will be fucking amazing. The next fest after that, we got to play Smash Bros. Brawl, and I have said all the time that I wanted to play Sonic. I loved Sonic at the time, so I wanted to play with Sonic. And I said, I will beat you up with Super Sonic first try. And I did. I was the worst player on the match, but I got the Smash Sphere and I fucking kicked them all over. Ah, what a good time. After that, I started the college courses, and I stopped going to the fests. And I miss them. I miss them dearly, and now that we cannot make so we can get all together into a room, I miss them so goddamn much. $20, $25 people fucking hungry going to a Chinese restaurant, and the guy that was in front was my other best friend that was wearing a face mask because he just had facial paralysis, but that didn't matter. He was a guy with a face mask leading a group of fucking imbeciles going to a Chinese restaurant, and I bet everyone thought we were a gang or robbers or something, because people started to change to the other side of the street while we were. And if they knew we were all a bunch of fucking nerds that will not harm a fly, they could actually stay on the same line and bully us, to be honest. But that didn't happen. They got scared of a mass of stupid people. Oh, my mom is saying goodbye. She's going to see her boyfriend. My mom is 60 years old and she has a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend, and sometimes I wonder, am I that pathetic that I cannot get a relationship while my mom can? Yes, I am. Anyway, in that sad note, I want to finish the stream. Man, I want to get you all into a place and play movies and play video games and be happy with you all. If one day we can get that, that will be fucking amazing. And I will get my best friends there and I will do. I I want this over and I wish for all of us to be happy on what comes next. Um, Thank you for being here, everyone. And Liam Nelson's, thanks for being here. Truly, buddy, you are always here. I don't know if this is only. This is only, let's say, you are a mod. You are a mod from now on. Why? Because you have been there a lot, and I appreciate that. Don't feel obligated to any kind of modding. We don't even get that much people here, but I want you to have the range. You are the first range of this channel. And thank you very much for being here. And everyone that sees this afterwards, enjoy some fucking good video games and some fucking good movies. Enjoy yourself. Be happy. I'll be seeing you, everyone. Take care. Yeah, you are blue now. You deserve that. Man, thank you for being here.